I would like to make this statement to the board on behalf of the entire student body regarding the board's decision on the final budget that is going to be presented to the public. Before I begin speaking about the budget itself, I would just like to express the drama club's displeasure in the board and administration's lack of willingness to work with the cast of the drama club in their preparation for this weekend's show. Even though the drama club had to reserve the auditorium for one of the last dress rehearsals before the show, the board still chose to hold this forum during our scheduled time, even though the cast offered to completely handle setting up alternate arrangements. This put us at a great inconvenience. This may seem small, but this clearly shows, in a way, a lack of support to the students and is microcosmic to the disservice that is being done to the students in this budget. Now, as far as the budget, if you recall our previous budget hearing held in February, it began with a reading of the statement posted along the doorway at the main entrance that reads as follows: "This building is dedicated to the boys and girls of the present and coming days, to training for citizenship, to the development of scholarship and character, and to the service of the community, state, and nation." This statement was dedicated to school when it was first opened back in 1933. Now I'd like to look at that statement and discuss some of the ways this could stand to not hold true in the coming school year. The words training for citizenship refer to being able and ready to live in the real world post-graduation, whether it be learning academics from the teachers we have or through the programs we offer. We're building life skills through leadership and teamwork skills learned in sports, or the idea of perseverance as well as creativity learned in the arts, either performing or visual. As for the development of scholar and character, I find it hard to believe the level of scholarship can remain at the same level or even improve with the elimination of teachers. Now, I understand not every single job in the school can be kept, and that salaries are the largest component of our budget, as well as the situation our state is in. But I ask, when looking at the importance of each position, in all actuality, the teachers are the ones who show up day in and day out to teach the students. As much as we hate to say it, the school is run as a business, but remember who the main consumers of this product called an education are: the kids that show up to learn and be active within the school. And finally, the last part of the statement, to the service of the community, state, and nation. This is basically saying that we are the future of the society, and the schools must prepare us for that. With colleges and jobs constantly becoming more and more competitive, how are our students going to stack up to kids from across the state, nation, and even around the world? By minimizing classes, clubs, the arts, or even sports, the board is simply taking away from our students' abilities to compete for successful colleges or careers, as well as preparation for these situations. In closing, I am not asking for a response from the board regarding a single thing I said tonight. In fact, I would prefer not to receive an answer for the many questions mentioned in my statement, but instead see the board's responses through their actions to benefit the students of the school. If it comes down to it, leave the budget to the public to make the final choice and let them truly decide what is best for their kids and their community. While nothing you decide is going to directly impact myself or my senior classmates, I have to stand up here and fight for the hundreds of opportunities presented to me over the past 18 years of my life, which have made me the person I am today, and hope that any kid that goes through Northville Central School has the same opportunities. Thank you for your consideration and time. We, as students, greatly appreciate it.
Mr. Gager would like to respond to that statement.
Not so much in response. I agree with you. I agree with you. One of the hardest things that we're having to deal with is to see people, adults in the community, who are put into a position where they're financially strained beyond their point of being able to sustain it. One of the things that's very difficult for us to do here is to see people's jobs being put on the line. And even the most difficult thing is to see what we're having to do to the programs for the students. Don't blame the school board. We're not your nemesis. We're here representing you, and we're trying to give you the best that you can afford. How did we get to the place that we're at now? We saw cuts in revenues, and we saw increases in expenditures. What are our sources of revenues? We have two sources of revenue. State aid, monies we get from the state, and tax levy, money that we raise locally through taxes. We have no other source of money. Now the state continues mandates. What's happened to our costs? Well, for one thing, we are paying special assessments now on retirement systems because of the stock market. The comptroller invested monies that we had been giving to the state for investment to grow to pay retirees. Okay? And all of a sudden the state didn't have enough money to pay the retirees. So they turned around to every school district, every county, every town, every village, and they said, we're assessing you for extra money to make up the difference. What can you do? You know it's an assessment you have to pay. These costs go up. We can't control them. Our revenues go down. We can't control them. I think what we're here tonight to tell you, and Jim's going to come back here and we're going to take a look at this list and read down through it. And the reason that you're looking at that list is that's a pick and choose list. You can pick and choose anything on that list that you want, but you're going to have to pay for it locally. That's the message. And we can't change that. You can have anything you want. And as a board member, I'll stand here and I guarantee you that whatever you're willing to pay for, you can have. I'm sorry, but that's cold facts. We have no choice. And unfortunately, you don't have a very big choice. But we will yield to your wishes on this list where things are not mandated. Thank you.